Hi again, welcome back to the Warwicks virtual stand, and now we're moving on to the weapons carried by British Army personnel landed on the beach. Now, there are quite a wide variety of weapons, but we're going to stick with the three most common. And the first one we're going to start with is one of my favourites. This is the Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark 1 bolt action rifle. It's an incredibly effective weapon. The standard design, or basic design I should say, of the weapon doesn't change between the wars, and we're still using World War I rifles at the start of World War II and by the end as well. The weapon is so effective that the Canadian Mounties until I think 2017 were still using them, and I believe the Pakistan Police Force is still using this weapon today as a sniper rifle. So that gives you an idea of just how good this weapon system is. So the bolt action rifle, what do I mean by that? So you think a rifle, you pull the trigger, it goes bang, you pull the trigger again, it goes bang again. Not how it works. With a bolt action rifle, ready to fire, and every time you want to fire it, you work the bolt. Now, this weapon is incredibly accurate in the right hands. It's accurate to a mile and lethal to 4. So 4 miles away, the round still has enough lethal energy behind it to kill someone. So the British Army standard of what you suppose would be musketry, but of marksmanship was very high, because if you completed a marksmanship challenge, you got a pay rise. What better way to get your soldiers to shoot better than by offering them money? It worked. It's an incredibly powerful weapon, as I've already said. You take a step forward, leaning on it, bring it to the shoulder, aim down the sight. It's a lovely action and very easy to use. Every soldier was trained with this. It was a very, very effective weapon system during the Second World War. Personally, I much prefer it to the German weapon. That's an issue of contention, I'm sure. However, I will much rather take a Lee Enfield rather than a Mauser. The bayonet I mentioned earlier in the equipment video, onto the end of the rifle. Certainly does the job. Traditionally, it is a on guard, in, roughly stomach or chest height, twist and out. If he doesn't get out, you give him a boot, and if he still doesn't get out, you shoot him off the end of your weapon, because while you are stabbing a German in close quarters fighting, you are disarmed. If a separate German comes at you, you've got no way of retracting that weapon, so you have to quickly, ready to fight. That's the Lee Enfield rifle, guys. We're going to move on to the other British weapon systems now.